From Maine and Gervais, this is ABC Columbia News.
It's not about right or wrong, but it's about peace.
And as peace talks continue tonight in the conflict in Gaza, local residents want to be heard. Good evening. Thanks for joining us for ABC Columbia News at 11. We're live from Maine and Gervais. I'm Eric Weisfeld.
And I'm Alicia Barnes. The United States has been trying to get both sides to agree to stop the violence, but so far it's only gotten worse. ABC
Columbia's Rochelle Dean joins us live in the newsroom with more on how attacks in the Middle East are now hitting us right here at home. Rochelle.
It's a power struggle between Gaza and Israel, where both refuse to back down. Actions that have some here in our community standing up, demanding an immediate ceasefire. Protesters say the conflict might be in the Middle East today, but could be knocking on our doorstep tomorrow.
What do we want? Peace! Where do we want it? Gaza!
Demonstrators say they've watched the violence between Gaza and Israel escalate over the past 2 weeks. No longer able to sit idle, protesters here in Columbia are joining a nationwide movement for peace and pressure.
I feel that it is my right and my duty as someone who's free, living in a free world, to speak up. And I feel that if we don't, and our silence, they're paying the price for it.
A cost evident in the airstrike attacks, bombings, and now ground invasions that's claimed the lives of hundreds of people, many of them innocent. The president for South Carolina Peace Resource Center says it's an issue that didn't happen overnight, but is hoping it will end with an immediate ceasefire.
The violence is continuing, and we have to realize that there are two sides to the violence. There's no wrong or right side to this. There's violence and attacks coming from both sides. So it's a completely unacceptable situation that we need to stop right away.
But it's not for lack of trying. Secretary of State John Kerry arrived in Tel Aviv to provoke talks between both sides. But so far, there's been little improvement. But Maytos hosts protests like this will force the government to do more.
Israel is one of our allies, and we supply weapons. And if we really wanted them to stop tomorrow, we could suspend our military support.
But until that happens or a ceasefire is agreed upon, Arjamand Sami, whose family moved to America from India for her to have a better way of life, says she refuses to do nothing just because the conflict is not here at home.
You know, if you don't stand up for someone who's being persecuted, then tomorrow they might come after you. If we only stand up when our rights are infringed upon, then shame on us.
And this group of demonstrators tells us they're not giving in anytime soon. The group plans to protest again this weekend in 5 points to continue their fight for peace. To find out more, you can go to our website, abccolumbia.com. Live in the newsroom, Rochelle Dean, ABC Columbia News.
As Rochelle mentioned, Washington's top diplomat landed in Israel today on an urgent mission from his boss to push for an immediate cessation of hostilities.